A little story of an expired listing that we took about 60 days ago. Hi, it's Maria. And I want to tell you about a story today. I went to visit with some clients. They're actually, my clients are in their 80s, and I went to their home in South Philly. I'm selling an investment property for them, 3 units. And I originally met them about 60 days ago. They received a letter from me in the mail in regards to their property that didn't sell. And so I met with them back then. I went to their home, sat at the kitchen table, old school style, brought the paperwork, talked to them for a good solid, probably hour and 15, 20 minutes. And so I had a lot of explaining to do in regards to pricing and some other things that we had to go through to get them comfortable. And so they signed with us. And, I originally wanted to the property about 30,000 less than we listed the property for. But at that time, they weren't ready to do that. So I did explain to them what the process would be in regards to making the adjustments that we would need to make should we not have been able to sell it at that price. I knew it wasn't going to sell at that price. I knew that the number they wanted was probably about 25, 20%, 30%, 25% less. But I worked with them and educated them about the market, talked to them about the showings, talked to them about what we need to do the next step. So along the way, over the last 60 days, I've been able to develop a relationship with them and gain, they trust me. So offers to present to them. And so last night I made the appointment to see them in person. I went to their home and I presented the 3 offers. It's actually 4 offers, but the fourth offer really wasn't it was less than the other 3. And the other 3 were very similar in pricing. Actually, they were all the same price, but the terms were different. And so they didn't want to take any of the offers. But after explaining things, and I spent about an hour with them today, they agreed that we would counter the 1 offer, which we did, and we ended up getting that buyer under contract. So it should have went out tonight for signatures to be signed for tomorrow by all parties by tomorrow. So the reason why I'm going through all this with you is that if your client is somebody that that requires a meeting in person, and these are old school people, so you got to meet people where you're at, excuse me, where they're at, not where you're at. You got to meet them where they're at. And I knew that I had to go in person because of the way that they conduct business. And so you have to be able to relate to people. And I think that's something that I do really well, is relate to people and talk to them genuinely and from a standpoint of this is in their best interest, not mine. Not mine. Because I do believe that offer that we did, we were able to negotiate that up. That is the best offer for them. And they've had this property for a very, 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 very long time. And so they bought it for a very small amount of money, and they're doing very well on this asset. And, over time, real estate grows in value. And you look at what something cost 10, 20, 30 years ago and what the value is today. I mean, think about that. Think about spending your money in real estate and keeping something for a very long time, and the asset will grow. And sometimes it takes people some time to absorb the information that you discuss with them. But you have to really explain things to people and give them the full story. And part of it is called selling. But selling being in their best interest and not thinking about it from a different perspective. So one of the things I know that we do really well at MQA is we're able to sell properties that other people hadn't been able to sell. And there is such a long list of things that we do, from the time that we originally speak with them on the phone. The very first conversation is important. The way that we handle things, the way that we conduct ourselves with the clients, the way that we have a series of things, our pre-list presentation, our listing presentation, our after presentation, our follow-up. These things all done well build trust. And people work with people that they know, like, and trust. So, moral of the story of this little story tonight is the expired listing is going under contract. And I'm very happy for them. I'm happy that it'll be closing in 30 days, all cash, and they did a great job. And they're happy. And they're happy. I'm happy. So be the solution, do the right thing, relate to people, and do whatever it takes to meet them where they are at, not where you are.